After 3 days of fighting, nearly 51,000 Americans were left dead on the Gettysburg battlefield, the site of the bloodiest battle on American soil. Many of the fallen were just boys about the same age as our high school students. At the dedication ceremony of the Soldiers National Cemetery, Abraham Lincoln recited just 272 words, an uncharacteristically short speech for the time, but one that eloquently captured the meaning of war and the democratic ideals that united us all as Americans. Lincoln would go on to say, "The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here." 3 years after the war, General John Logan, of Logan Township's namesake, issued a special order that May 30th, 1868 be observed as Decoration Day, the first Memorial Day. A day set aside for decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of the country with flowers, and whose bodies now lie in almost every churchyard in the land. In 1994, then Principal Tom Coleman gathered Kingsway High School students around the flagpole to remember our very own dragons who sacrificed their lives so that we can enjoy our constitutional guarantees of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness within the democratic ideals Lincoln spoke about at Gettysburg. Now a time-honored tradition at Kingsway, this ceremony's success is largely due to the collaborative efforts of so many students, faculty, and staff since its inception, and is continued by those who have joined our Dragon family since. Today, I have the privilege of talking to a few of our students and staff about the importance of Memorial Day and how they reflect on the sacrifices made by our service personnel. Here is what they have to say.
I was in the United States Marine Corps for 3 years. I am technically a Vietnam-era veteran. I enlisted. I wanted to do it.
I served in the United States Marine Corps from 2003 to 2011. I think it's important to do some type of service for our nation.
I served in the United States Marine Corps from 2012 to 2016. I felt it was a responsibility to do my part as an American.
I was on Okinawa during the evacuation. We were all geared up to go. It was scary that night. I remember that night as particularly like, wow, this is real. And you really see what is at stake when you're fighting for your country.
I'm entering the armed forces so I can serve my country and gain some of the benefits that the military has to offer. I'm joining the Army National Guard as a military police officer so I can protect and serve my country while also ensuring the protection and security at the military base.
I'm entering the armed forces to serve my country. I wanted adventure, I wanted to go work amongst people that wanted the same goals as me while advancing my career as being a pilot.
I'm entering the armed forces because many people in my family previously have served in the United States Navy, so I chose the United States Navy.
I'm going to be in the intelligence field in the Marine Corps because I want to help further myself in a career, and it can also help the people around me by making sure that they're properly prepared for every single encounter and scenario that could possibly pop up.
I took an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States. It really is a document. It's written down where we all can be equal. At least it strives for us all to be equal. That is something worth to stand up for.
If I'm going to be enjoying the fruits that this country has to offer, I should be playing a role in making those accessible to everybody.
My dad, Petty Officer 3rd Class Samuel Gesualdi, passed away on March 3rd, 2016. His job is listed as a supply clerk / storekeeper. As the supply clerk, my father would take his own food rations, got the cooks to give him food, and go around asking other sailors to give up some of their food to take to the local orphanage, and would beg and negotiate medical supplies from the sick bay so that he could bring them to these poor children, and actually spent some time in the brig for it, but didn't stop him. He would go there, even if he didn't have anything to bring, to play ball or to comfort those children who lost parents, loved ones, and encourage other sailors to do the same. Oftentimes, we don't fully realize the sacrifices that our brave men and women make in order to protect our freedoms.
The sacrifices of their family, kids not seeing their parents for a year at a time, 18 months at a time, but then paying with your life. It's just something hard to grasp that people are willing to do that.
Even though some service members make the ultimate sacrifice, that sacrifice is never forgotten. And their sacrifice was made for the people today to live their lives, to live in a free country under a democracy.
Does it give not only people here in this country, but people in other countries a fighting chance to live? The thing I love about this country is that we're trying to live up to our creed, that all men are created equal. We want to get to that more perfect union.
We also don't see the humanitarian side of our military men and women and the toll it takes on them. They give of themselves unconditionally for our country, for us.
When I look back on the sacrifices that our servicemen and women made on Memorial Day, it just makes me feel thankful. Thankful that people were willing to sacrifice themselves so that my family and my community is able to really enjoy the things that our country has to offer.
All the people that have fought for this country and suffered, give all the people that are currently here a nice life to live and a safe country to be in.
Memorial Day is a really outstanding way of thanking them.
Kingsway Memorial Day ceremony truly gives Kingsway students an understanding of the sacrifices that military members have made, as well as a sense of obligation to do the right thing.
I think the ceremony does make the students aware of things that are happening.
We won World War II, but what went into that? We had Vietnam, we had the Korean War, we had the Gulf Wars, we had this time in Afghanistan. What went into that? History is essential to learn, to evolve. And if anything, I think the ceremony gets our students to become aware of what's involved in Memorial Day.
They may learn about it in school and like textbooks, but they might just see it as a number of like people who died and not really them as individual people who died, people with their own families and life stories.
The Memorial Day ceremony makes students more aware because it humanizes the stories of Kingsway graduates that have served and given the ultimate sacrifice to their country.
Our Memorial Day ceremony really showcases how much value we put on our armed services. It shows the students, it models the behavior for them as to what we should do on this day.
We can thank them by honoring their sacrifice, by participating in Memorial Day, and contributing to society every day.
As citizens, the thing that we can do the most is to use our freedoms.
I don't think we would enjoy our freedom today if it wasn't for the people who served in the United States military.
I want to extend a deep and heartfelt thank you to all of the servicemen and women who have given of themselves so bravely. I didn't get the chance to thank my father, so I will say it now. Thanks, Dad. And thank you to all of the brave and kind soldiers who have made sacrifices and have had experiences that no one should have to, willingly.
As long as we keep memories alive, nobody is ever truly gone. We talk about never forgetting, and a lot of people just kind of say that, it's just another Instagram post or a tweet. But by putting the effort forward to actually celebrate these individuals in days like Memorial Day, we really do make sure that, the memories of these individuals live on.